Yo, what's up YouTube family? It's Team UC here, back with another video. But I'm pretty sure you guys know why you're here and why you're watching the video to begin with. But let's get into it. Hey, I hope you guys don't mind my little Grinch. It's the holiday season, get ready for Thanksgiving. But never mind those. The main reason why I'm even doing this is because there's a lot of videos that don't really explain what wires you're keeping, what wires you're taking out, what process you have to take in order to get this down right. I'm actually going to be walking you through the majority of the process. I'm going to speed, and some of this is going to be laps because there's some stuff that you guys already should kind of know how to do if you're messing with your car. And then the stuff that is important, I'm going to stop, explain it, show it, diagrams, and then we'll get into it a little more. Let's go, let's do it. I'm gonna show you guys what you guys need, and then we'll get into stripping this down, labeling things, and then getting to making this harness brand new. Let's go. Alright, here are the things you guys are gonna need to do this. Wiring loom, got a whole bunch of different sizes in here. So, X-Acto knife, something to cut the loom, flathead screwdriver, something to cut the wires if needed, Sharpie, something to write with, Scotch tape, something to label your harness. This right here will be the guide, so to show you the stuff that you're trying to keep, to show you the stuff you got to get rid of. If you're dealing with an old harness, probably gonna have oil and stuff that's on it, so you're gonna need gloves. So most of you guys will probably have this harness in your car, your IS300, GS300, whatever else vehicles you guys have it in. Probably best to have it outside. And then familiarize yourself with the pins, familiarize with what they do, where they go. So really quickly, as you're familiarizing yourself with the harness, if it's still in the car, go ahead and take pictures of it while it's in the car, and then take pictures of it while it's out of the car, so you know the lengths, the brackets, where all these little things kind of hang. That way you can adjust where you see fit when you put on the new harness. If you have to pull something further, if you have to tape something down, like right here, you can see that the harness kind of wraps around there. Some people just kind of leave this without, but if you see it the way that it is now, it'll kind of give you a reference point. Okay, now that we got our pictures, we can start to label things. I went ahead and printed out this ECU pinout sheet, and it labels and tells you what wire does what. I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description. You can print it out or look at it online if you don't want to print it out yourself. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to label each one of these connectors A, B, C, D, E. I'm going to label them somewhere just so I can know as reference, because we won't be messing with this as much. We're just going to be trying to find the powers and the grounds. Alright, so we made a bit of a mess here. As you can see, a lot of the loom has been removed. I went ahead and labeled the engine harness connections that you'll need to know. E7, E6, and E5. These are usually the engine stuff, and a little bit of the transmission stuff. I haven't took any wires out. I'm just still de-looming. What you'll technically need to do is you get in here, and a lot of this stuff has clips and tape around it. You'll take the tape off. It's going to expose some of the... What's wrong with this focus? Okay, so it's going to expose these little clips here. So I'm going to set you up on this tripod here, so you guys can kind of see me get to work. But I mean, most of this is going to be time lapse because you guys get the gist. Get in there, cut some of this off, get a flathead, pry some of this old stuff off, and kind of take things out. So plain and simple. We'll cue the time lapse. Alright, so I got the harness as de-loom as I feel comfortable doing for part one. Instead of, we're not so much going to decorate so much of the harness with the new loom for this part, but I'm probably going to make like a 3 or 4 part series. That way everybody gets a really detailed explanation of how to do this. So here comes the fun part. So I went ahead and de-loom what I need to de-loom. Still got to go ahead and take off some of this the electrical tape to get to what we need, because the first set of wires that we're going to get to is the D plug. The D plug. E6 connector. All the stuff that I'm going to keep, which is going to be the knock sensor, bank 1, sensor 1, heater, alternator status. So anything that you don't want to keep, especially starting off with this E6 connector, just go ahead and look through it, see which one you're going to take off. The ones that aren't highlighted are usually, for this one, I'm going to just take off, so we'll get to it now. So really quickly, this is going to be the transmission connector. It's going to have these two fat plugs back here. You see these two fat ones, or the pieces that go in? Those are for your neutral safety switch. What we're going to do is we're going to chase this up the harness, the black and white, and the black one, and we're going to cut them and splice them together. That's going to get rid of your neutral safety switch, and then we're going to keep the two red wires. This is red and black and red and blue. We're going to cut these off, and then we're going to splice this into our manual swap for whatever transmission we get. So you're going to have these 3 connectors left. It's supposed to be 4, but I went ahead and de-pin that one. And that one's going to be used as the speed. I labeled it on here. Yeah, the signal and the ground for the VSS, vehicle speed sensor. What you're going to do here is you're going to come take some pliers or something to cut it and snip it right off. Now all you're going to do is you're going to go through the other side of this wiring harness and you're going to try to pull, I want to say yank, but just kind of pull away at the harness to see which wires come loose, but it's going to be from that D connector. So let's go ahead and get that going. Alright y'all, so once you guys went ahead and fished out all the wire from the loom all the way through, you're going to be left with something that looks a lot like this. And what I like to do is, once again, we're going to refer back to the chart. Connector DE6. We're going to go through all of them and see which ones were the ones that we pulled out. So, and most of these are to the automatic transmission. I'm going to quickly just go over it before I remove it from this completely. So you guys, I did go ahead and verify every single wire, and it looks like the ones I did highlight are the ones that are staying, and everything that isn't highlighted can be removed, which we did if you were following along. All of these are getting took off. So I'm going to go ahead and de-pin this, and I did notice that there were 2 wires that were on a different connector. I think this one goes into the loom or the body harness. I'm gonna go and do a little bit of digging, but I'm pretty sure that this feeds something off the transmission to the car for a signal. So I'm gonna be doing some digging on that. Otherwise, you can go ahead and start de-looming, or not de-looming, de-pinning this from the E6 connector. So here's the OBD2. I went to your local junkyard and I grabbed the extra wires that I need. These are also getting plugged up to the harness as well. I'm gonna show a quick video of that. The next video is gonna go ahead and explain the labels of what wire does what wire is going where. We're gonna be labeling that, so stay tuned for that.